is happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Now I'm gonna be covering a lot of heavyweight news for today, because that's what seems to be talk of at this matter, other than Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. So I am I know I've been out of the loop just quite a bit due to the fact that I had to take some time off. Had to go on a little retreat, mini vacation, just to clear my mind, just to, think things out. But, it is what it is. Everything's all good. And now I'm back, ready to go at it again. So, first things first, before I get into this Wladimir Klistckho and Lucas Browne potential matchup, I am aware that Tyson Fury was stripped of his WBAs and IBO, which is not a recognized belt, and the WBO titles. And the reason being is due to the fact that he's tested positive for cocaine, and then he's under investigation for taking a banned substance called mandrolone, which is an anabolic steroid, which is the same drug that Luis Ortiz got busted for. So he has Tyson has a UCAT hearing coming up, which is the United Kingdom Anti-Doping Agency, and he could be facing up to a 4-year ban. So things doesn't look good for Tyson at this point. And I did mention in one of my previous videos on this matter that he will still be the linear heavyweight champion, but given the fact that he more than likely may be facing a lengthy ban, it doesn't look like he'll be the linear champion. That status will be stripped away from him, and I don't know where the linear status will go, but I have a feeling that if there's going to be a unification bout, it'll be more likely the linear champion status will be placed on the unification bout between Tyson Fury. No, sorry, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, which is penciled in for next year. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But anyways, now that the WBA and the WBOs has been scattered, the WBO has recently came out and sanctioned the Joseph Parker versus Andy Ruiz fight, and the winner of that fight must face David Haye, who's now been named the mandatory challenger. And that's another video. I'm gonna have to speak on that one, because I am not pleased with that announcement by the WBO. Not the announcement of Joseph Parker versus Andy Ruiz. I think that's to be a good fight, and I'm very happy with that. But the fact is that David Haye's been named the mandatory challenger, yeah, I'm not pleased with that decision. But I'll get to that in another video. But let me talk about this potential matchup here between Wladimir Klistckho versus Lucas Browne. Now, Wladimir Klistckho was penciled in to face Anthony Joshua December 10th for the IBF title. However, due to the Tyson Fury fiasco, Klitschko's camp were adamant of trying to get the WBA and the WBO titles to be sanctioned for that fight. Knowing that the WBO would not agree to that, they decided to make their title, sanction their title for the Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz fight. The WBA wasn't really, I'm not sure if the WBA had rejected the proposal by Klitschko and in the Joshua camps, but I think the reason why Wladimir Klitschko pulled away from the Anthony Joshua fight is because he sees the WBA. He sees easier route to win the title is through the WBA, and that, of course, their mandatory challenger of that sanctioned body is Lucas Browne. And knowing that Lucas Browne just came off a settlement, of course, a settlement / ban from the WBA due to the fact that he tested positive for clenbuterol, which he fought that case, and they were able to come to an agreement, and they allow him to fight for the regular title. And he was supposed to fight Freza Kendo. So I don't know what's going on with that situation. So I don't know. So according to Wladimir, the reason why he's taken this route potentially is because he felt that, look, the WBA is the oldest title, so it's to me that's the most prestigious title, which is bullshit. It's bullshit, because we all know that Wladimir Klitschko at the stage of his career, and the fact that he is older, he may not stand a chance against Anthony Joshua, even though some may beg to differ that he may be the one who be able to win that fight against Joshua. But given the skill set and the power gap, Klitschko probably knew in his heart that he may not withstand a chance against a younger and strong and fresh lion by the name of Anthony Joshua. Okay, so he felt that going for the WBA title against Browne would be more winnable for him. And he could be right because Browne is a good fighter. He's a good fighter. However, he's not as skilled, as powerful as Anthony Joshua. Let's not get it twisted. And Browne does leak. He lacks defense, and he leaves himself extremely wide open when he throws his power shots. So even though that Browne did display some boxing ability against Jagayev, but the thing is that Jagayev and Wladimir Klitschko are two different fighters, and Wladimir Klitschko is a much more skilled and stronger fighter than Ruslan Jagayev. So the last thing we need right now is Wladimir Klitschko to pick up another title. I'm just being honest with you. And the reason why I think he went this route because he knows that with the WBA title being vacant, he'd be able to negotiate terms to his advantage. He could dictate things. He can have all the advantages. So knowing that if he was going to fight Anthony Joshua for the IBF title, he wouldn't have the advantages. He wouldn't have all the leverage. So, I mean, he would have some leverage, but he wouldn't have all the leverage. So this is what I believe. This is my opinion that why he went this route. And to me, I don't know, man. But again, this is all speculating right now. This is not confirmed. In fact, Klitschko's manager, Bert Bunter, has refused to comment on the matter because he's waiting for the WBA to make their final decision on the situation. But then again, the WBA did mandate Lucas Browne to fight President Kendall for the regular title. So I don't know what's going on with that. But who knows? We'll see. If this fight falls through, why not fight Luis Ortiz? I think he should be a next viable matchup for Wladimir. I don't think Wladimir is going to want to take that fight. He's going to try to find the easiest route possible. But again, man, the last thing we need is Wladimir Klitschko to become a world champion because we all know what he's going to do. Once he captured that WBA title, he's going to have all the advantages. He's going to dictate terms to his advantage. He's not going to want to fight outside of Germany, which, by the way, this bout will be held in Germany if it is sanctioned, if it's approved by the WBA. And, Lucas Browne did mention that he is looking for the bigger money fights now, given the fact he is old. He's in his late 30s now. So, time is running out on Lucas as well in a way. And Wladimir, yeah, honestly, man, I think he just needs to hang it up. He has nothing left to prove. I don't know why he continues to fight. Maybe he feels that he has a few more fights left in him. I don't know. But needless to say, the last thing we do need is Wladimir Klitschko to become a world champion in the heavyweight division again. Given the fact that even though the heavyweight division has been stale over the past year or so, but it still has an opportunity to climb back into prominence with all the titles being vacant now. So with the exception of the WBC and the IBF. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think about this potential matchup being made. Who do you see win this fight? Obviously, I feel Wladimir is going to win it, in my opinion. But if you see differently, let me know what your thoughts are. Care to comment, share, subscribe. Signing off. Peace.